Good afternoon and welcome to our webinar on Kubernetes at the Edge. My name is Ross Beard. I'm here with Shadowsoft and I'm excited to talk through this topic today. Kubernetes at the Edge is something that we're hearing our customers talk to us more and more about. So we'll be digging into some of the problems that Kubernetes on the Edge solves and how we approach solving for those problems with innovative technologies and people and processes. So firstly, a little bit about Shadowsoft. We're an award-winning Kubernetes systems integrator. We specifically specialize in helping organizations adopt and optimize the use of open source technologies. So not only Kubernetes, but all of the other technologies that integrate into that ecosystem. We have a team of experienced and certified consultants and proprietary frameworks to help guide our customers on their Kubernetes journey. So no matter where you are on your journey, whether you're just getting started, you're looking to stabilize and migrate apps, or you're looking to scale and really embed security, we have the teams and the experience to help you. And Shadowsoft is the partner of choice for enterprises looking to leverage their legacy applications and infrastructure to make optimal possible. So specifically, we focus in on four what we call high velocity industries. So you've got manufacturing, logistics, retail, and finance. So we've been solving some unique use cases inside those industries for our customers. On the right, you'll see a table of all of our certifications. Our consultants have been working with Red Hat, AWS, Microsoft, Google, VMware, Kubernetes for multiple years now. So we've got a big broad range of skills and experience that we can bring to the table to help solve some of your most complex problems. So speaking of problems, last year we went out and spoke to our customers, and we wanted to understand, what they thought about Kubernetes and some of the problems that they're running into. And we discovered three key insights. Number one, customers don't know where to get started or how to get started. They really struggled to explain why they needed to modernize with technology like Kubernetes. The second insight was they don't know that there's a proven path. So customers are looking for a proven process that can help them scale out their environments in a repeatable, reliable way. And thirdly, they don't have the expertise that they need. So customers told us they lack the skills, experience needed to drive modernization with Kubernetes. So using this insight, we developed what we're calling our Kubernetes 5 pillars of value. And that includes a health assessment, operations deployment, developer guidance, health maintenance, and Kubernetes Academy. So just going through these one by one to shed light and explain them in a little bit more detail. The health assessment is typically how customers first engage with Shadowsoft. And they'll come to us looking for help, validation, recommendations around their environment, their Kubernetes environment. And we approach this very pragmatically, and we map their environment across 8 different dimensions, which include architecture, applications, scalability, storage and backup, CI/CD, disaster recovery, monitoring, and security. And what the customer gets as a deliverable from this assessment is a list of the recommendations to help them go from where they are now to where they need to be. After the assessment, the next pillar here is operations deployment. That's deployment or redeployment of infrastructure components to really strip out risk and build in stability. So this could be done across any of those 8 different dimensions. As an example, you might need to implement a new platform like Red Hat OpenShift. You might need to implement storage with a technology like Portworx, or monitoring with a technology like Dynatrace. The third pillar is developer guidance. This is where we really help our customers, developers, refactor or rebuild applications in Kubernetes. So once you've actually got the platform ready to go to start, migrating those applications over refactor or rebuild those applications. The fourth pillar here is health maintenance, and this is quarterly major, minor, and patch upgrades to proactively and systematically monitor a Kubernetes cluster's health. So, really what we heard from customers when we spoke to them was they need the end-to-end visibility. They want to be able to proactively troubleshoot problems so that they can reduce the cost of failure. And that's what we really focus on, that pillar. And lastly is our Kubernetes Academy. So we heard that customers, telling us there's a Kubernetes skills shortage. So we've developed the Kubernetes Academy, which includes on-demand training on Kubernetes 101 and a health assessment to help our customers' teams upskill and help guide them on their understanding and upskilling around Kubernetes. So as we think about our customers, we think about them on the Kubernetes maturity journey. And this is the crawl, walk, run. So we can help customers, in each of these different phases of the journey. And I'm just going to touch on each of these sort of quickly to, help shed light as to how we see customers moving through the different phases. So phase one really is design and build. So challenges that customers are running into at this stage or at this phase is they're uncertain about ideal use cases. They lack the DevOps alignment. They haven't had any successful POCs at this point, so it's still sort of they're iterating, they're still building on their own. And they may have some inexperienced resources. So our suggestions at this stage are really focus on building out a strong foundational architecture. Focus on 2 to 3 strategic initiatives you can really demonstrate value to the business. Deliver a POC in 90 days. Get something out the door, ship it out the door. And then ultimately get IT and business alignment so you can drive innovation momentum. It's all about getting started. Get started, then you can build. In phase two, customers are really looking for stability and they're looking to migrate their applications. So challenges that we hear customers run into at this phase are apps are crashing unexpectedly. They lack the end-to-end visibility from website code to back-end infrastructure. They can't quickly diagnose problems or fix problems. They have too few resources. So quick wins at this stage are really focusing on rapid app deployment, getting the products out to the market. Look to try and migrate 6 to 8 apps every 90 days. Proactively troubleshoot the problem. So look to do a lot of the testing in pre-prod, so you can proactively find the issues before they hit production. Build internal SMEs and champions. And then again, focus on rapid speed to market. That is the outcome that you're delivering for the business. In the third phase, we see customers it's really around scalability and security. So, you may have designed and built out your platform. You've now sort of got it to a point where it's stable and you're migrating applications. Now it's about scaling this to your enterprise-wide so all your different teams can leverage this new capability. Challenges you're going to run into at this point include app spin-ups might take months if you don't have all your ducks in a row. Siloed successes, some teams may be doing well, others may not. No business collaboration and no internal subject matter experts. Some quick wins at this point. We suggest really looking for platform consistency. So again, you need a consistent platform that can be used enterprise-wide. That's how you get the confidence and the buy-in from all the different teams. You can demonstrate this by spinning up apps in days, not months. Once you get a few of those wins under your belt, that's going to spread quickly. In addition, ensure end-to-end security, attract and retain talent. And ultimately, the outcome you're looking to provide the business at this point is competitive differentiation. You're bringing new features to market quicker than your competitors. You're serving your customer needs effectively so that you can continue to win and earn and retain their business. So as we think about Kubernetes at the edge, we really think about it applying and being helpful to what we call the high velocity industries. And these are manufacturing, logistics, retail, and finance. So I wanted to share a few use cases across each of these industries. For a manufacturing company, Kubernetes at the edge is really about providing applications that are on site, that are collecting information on machinery to help predict when a machine will fail and then mitigate this by conducting maintenance in advance. So this is important because if you can mitigate and do the preventative maintenance, then you can reduce the cost of those failures to the business. For logistics, think about a forklift application that is helping people that are on site to pull and organize the loads to the different trucks, the different shipping across the country. This application is using a lot of data, maybe scaling based on demand when there's a lot of people using the application. And there's ultimately, a lot of insights that can be then passed back to the on-site team to help them, more effectively go about their day-to-day work. On the retail front, there's applications collecting data on everything from temperature of the ovens to foot traffic at the fuel pump. So this is really used to help optimize and automate, operations. So a great example here might be, say, the ovens, are low in temperature, and they might be at risk of spoiling the food. So this data can be passed back to the on-site team so they can rectify that problem. This data can also be passed back to the business to ensure that these types of things can be optimized and not necessarily happen in the future. And lastly, finance. Think about point of sale applications, collecting information on millions of customers day in, day out. Providing the insights to the on-site team, the cashier folks, the support folks on the ground around inventory, customer interests, frequency, and behavior, create a lot of value to the business. I know a great example is Kroger. They were quite early in investing in trying to collect the data on their loyalty customers so they can then push out coupons to their customers based on their needs and interests and behaviors. These applications running on the edge are critical to bringing this data back so the business can use it to drive insights, drive promotions, drive the business forward. But we know that deploying Kubernetes at the edge is hard, right? You've got limited computing resources, power, and cooling, as an example. So we really need to rethink the hardware, rethink the configuration and the platform that we use. In addition, there's limited connectivity. So we need to rethink how to synchronize the data from the edge to the cloud. Some situations you won't have connectivity. Think about, a truck or a train. You might go through some black spots where where it doesn't have access to the internet. How will you manage that? And lastly, limited on-site technical expertise. Think about a Chick-fil-A or a restaurant, right? The Chick-fil-A, as an example, are running a lot of Kubernetes clusters to run their applications, but they don't have systems admins or technical folks on the ground. Might we rethink how to deploy and manage these environments? So we've touched on some problems with Kubernetes at the edge. Like, who's impacted by this? Who's impacted by the fact that these applications need to be running on the edge? It's really the on-site operators. They need the data to serve customers and then ultimately deliver the insights to the business to help drive automation. The IT operations team is also impacted. It's difficult for this team to manage not just another different environment with different configuration, varying space, varying power, connectivity requirements. There's no consistent single view to manage clusters. It's going to make the operations team, pull their hair out. And lastly, the development team. Developers, they can't write code, deliver deployments at scale without worrying about what environment they're going to ship it to. It's going to slow them down. It's going to reduce their productivity, and it's probably going to likely lead to a lot of extra sort of failures. So they really need a consistent platform with things like security, identity, connectivity, so they can leverage that to develop their applications. So for us, one solution that has helped companies in those 4 industries is Red Hat OpenShift and the edge computing solution that they bring to the market. There are three benefits that this platform or this tool is really bringing to customers. It's about consistent experience, really providing a consistent experience where all the applications, whether it be on-prem, in the cloud, on the plane, or the ship, all are run with a similar platform. Flexible topology. So this is where the needs of the business will differ. If you're running some applications on the edge where you don't have all the compute and the resources available, OpenShift allows for flexibility in respect to a single node, 3-node clusters, remote worker node configurations that all allow you to extend the hybrid cloud resources and capabilities to remote sites with varying physical size and available power and cooling capacity. And lastly, it's about, the benefit they bring is that they can help you evolve as your business evolves. So it provides flexibility to evolve an entire deployment, inclusive of edge sites, as the business strategy changes. So again, if you decide to, roll out a strategy where, there's 100 or 1,000 edge locations, if you're using the standardized platform, aka OpenShift, it will help you, help enable that innovation and help you enable the ability to do that without having to rejig anything in the back end. And this is really important because developers need to be able to write code without having to worry about what architecture or platform it's going to run on. And the IT operations need a consistent platform that runs across all the different environments. They don't want to be managing one platform for the cloud, one platform for on-prem, or one platform for the edge. They just want one to do them all, and consistency is the key. So I want to share a short 2-3 minute video from Red Hat that really speaks to how Red Hat OpenShift is solving some of these problems for customers.
Turning data into differentiation and accelerating innovation are among the top goals of today's digital organization. And the combination of edge computing with containers and Kubernetes is fueling new technologies to help achieve them. Industries like telecommunications, manufacturing, and energy are discovering the benefits of placing intelligent applications closer to data sources to gather and analyze it faster and improve products, offer new services, lower costs, and help scale infrastructure resources to meet ever-increasing demands. But in order to deploy and manage an edge architecture that can have hundreds to thousands of locations, ensuring a consistent and secure experience for application developers and IT teams is key to a successful edge deployment. Designed to provide organizations with the ability to develop applications once and deploy them anywhere, Red Hat OpenShift delivers consistency in operations and application development from the core to the edge of the network. As the industry-leading enterprise Kubernetes platform, Red Hat OpenShift provides full-stack automated operations across hybrid, multi-cloud, and edge deployments, optimized for developer productivity and flexibility so that you can place your applications where it makes most sense for your business. When used in combination with other Red Hat products, like Red Hat Advanced Cluster Management for Kubernetes, our rich ecosystem of partners, and Kubernetes operators, you can build and manage your edge architecture to meet the needs of the most demanding use cases, including AI/ML for defect detection, preventive maintenance, and video analytics at scale. If you're looking to extend your infrastructure out to the edge to support new, innovative applications and technologies, Red Hat OpenShift provides the consistent foundation you need to deliver applications anywhere, outpace rising customer expectations, and focus on what matters most.
So as the next step, if this is something that you're interested in learning a little bit more about, whether that's Kubernetes at the edge or Red Hat OpenShift, we'd really encourage you to talk to us about getting started with perhaps a design and build Kubernetes workshop. So again, this is typically the first phase that folks are on their Kubernetes journey. So we can apply this to Kubernetes at the edge. This is a 1.5-day on-site or virtual workshop. You get, hands-on, real-time technical coaching from our experienced team, so that you know that you're doing it right the first time. What we heard from customers when we went and spoke to them, they want a proven path, and this workshop is a way to bring your teams together and then learn from our experts about a proven path to get to the outcomes that you want to get to. Tactically, what you're going to get is 8 Kubernetes design roadmaps. So again, thinking through your current situation and then where you want to be, we'll go through each of the different 8 dimensions. From this, what you can do is build 2 to 3 app migration plans. You can deliver a POC in 90 days and then really focus on getting that IT and that business alignment to really demonstrate IT speed and agility. I can't stress this enough. It's about getting started. So if you have an edge use case that you want to explore, give us a call, touch base with us via email. The key is getting started so you can build that momentum. So on that note, I want to thank you for joining us today for the webinar. I'm now going to pause and open it up for Q&A.